Rain hammered the neon ruins of N3rth0u5, neon lights flickering over broken streets. Two figures faced each other atop ruined skyscrapers. ExGa11aD0n, armored in black, sword glowing red-hot, and Gh0zummi5t, a shadow wrapped in darkness, twin karambits in hand. ExGa11aD0n stood motionless, a force of fire and resolve. Gh0zummi5t, barely visible, blurred into the storm. The city held its breath. No words were spoken. ExGa11aD0n's sword hissed in the downpour, a promise of violence. Gh0zummi5t's presence twisted the air, reality shimmering. Two opposites poised for a final clash. The storm raged, but the real tempest was about to begin. Gh0zummi5t was unreadable, a phantom in the rain. The battle was inevitable. The silence snapped. Gh0zummi5t dissolved into black mist, streaking across the gap. The mist reformed beside ExGa11aD0n, karambits flashing for a lethal strike. ExGa11aD0n dodged and countered with a searing arc of his sword. The blade's heat turned rain to steam, as Gh0zummi5t became mist again. Gh0zummi reappeared, always just out of reach. Their duel became a dance, power against elusiveness. Every swing threatened destruction, every dodge was a whisper of death. The rooftop blurred, heat, shadow, neon, and rain. The city below vanished, leaving only the fight. ExGa11aD0n's sword blazed, carving through the storm. Unstoppable force versus untouchable phantom. Neither yielded. The real battle had begun. The fight spilled from the rooftops to the city's shattered heart. ExGa11aD0n leaped to a sky bridge, slicing through steel to trap his foe. Gh0zummi5t, unfazed, became mist and drifted across the gap. The bridge collapsed, thunder echoing through empty streets. They clashed through plazas and ruined storefronts, ExGa11aD0n's sword tearing concrete and steel. Buildings groaned, windows shattered, the city crumbling under their fury. Gh0zummi5t used chaos as cover, striking from shadows, vanishing before retaliation. ExGa11aD0n hurled debris, fireballs lighting the rain-soaked night. Gh0zummi5t darted through falling glass, always one step ahead. The city became a weapon, every ruin a hazard. Statues fell, monorails buckled, the ground littered with wreckage. Rain washed over fresh destruction. Their battle scarred the neon ruins, turning decay into devastation. The city was losing. The fight was no longer just between two warriors. It was a war against N3rth0u5 itself. The storm raged on, indifferent. The city's heart was breaking. Only one would decide its fate. Gh0zummi5t pressed the attack, flickering in and out of mist, slashing at ExGa11aD0n from every angle. The karambits left shallow marks, never deep enough to wound. ExGa11aD0n grew frustrated, his power useless against a foe he couldn't touch. With a roar, he slammed his sword down, unleashing a wave of red energy. Rain vaporized, steam billowed, the ground scorched in a circle. Gh0zummi5t recoiled, retreating up a building, watching from above. ExGa11aD0n knelt, drained by the blast, exposed for a heartbeat. Gh0zummi5t seized the moment, condensing and diving down, blades aimed at the gap in ExGa11aD0n's armor. The city held its breath. ExGa11aD0n remained motionless, sword planted, rain falling around him. Gh0zummi5t fell, certain of victory. Neon lights glinted on their blades. The perfect strike was seconds away. Cunning had outlasted brute force. The storm quieted, waiting for the end. The city was silent, suspended in anticipation. Everything hinged on this final moment. But it was a trap. ExGa11aD0n was ready. As Gh0zummi5t dove, he twisted, sword flashing upward in a deadly arc. Gh0zummi5t, mid-attack, couldn't turn to mist in time. The red blade met its mark. There was no scream, just a blinding flash, and Gh0zummi5t was gone, reduced to ash and dust. Only the karambits clattered to the wet pavement. The storm's silence returned, heavy and final. ExGa11aD0n stood alone amid the ruins, sword dimming to a soft glow. He surveyed the destruction, the price of victory. The city was broken, but he remained. He lingered, a solitary figure in the rain. Then, without a word, He turned and vanished into the neon ruins. Only rain and wreckage remained. The battle was over. The city's fate was sealed. ExGa11aD0n was the last one standing. The storm faded, leaving silence behind. N3rth0u5 would remember this night.